Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I, Mr. Yogesh, Faculty of Mathematics, and I am here to put excitement back into the education. In this lecture, we are going to discuss that chapter number 8, Binomial Distribution. The chapter from the question bank provided by the Maharashtra State Board due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So within it we have a first question, multiple choice question. In binomial distribution with n is equals to 4, so we have given n is equals to 4 if 2 times p of x is equals to 3 is equal to 3 times p of x is equal to 2, then the value of p is. So as per the formula for PMF of binomial distribution, we well known p of x is equals to r is given by NCR p raised to r into q to the power n minus r. So here we have, in case of our LHS, r value becomes a 3, so we might get 2 times n value is 4, so 4c3 into p to the power 3 into q to the power 4 minus 3 becomes a 1 is equal to 3 times. Now we have, in case of RHS, r value becomes a 2, so we might get n value is 4 c2 p to the power 2 into q to the power 4 minus 2 becomes a 2. Now we are trying to evaluate 4c3 and 4c2 here, while one of the q from both side and p square from both side getting cancelled. So 4c3 we can write it as 4 factorial divided by 4 minus 3 as a 1 factorial into 3 factorial into, we might have a p is equals to 3 into 4c2, we can write it as the 4 factorial divided by 4 minus 2 factorial becomes 2 factorial into 2 factorial, and we remained with the one of the q. Now 4 factorial from both side getting cancelled. We have 2 divided by 1 factorial becomes 1, so no need to write down 1. 3 factorial we can write it as the 3 into 2 factorial into p is equals to 3 divided by 2 factorial into 2 factorial becomes 2 into 1 as a 2 into q. Now 2 factorial from both side getting cancelled, so we might have here 2 by 3 times p is equals to 3 by 2 times q. So that should implies, we well known q we can write as a 1 minus p, because p plus q is equals to, we have a 1. So now we have 2 by 3 times p is equals to 3 by 2 times 1 minus p. We have to replace q by their value. Now that should implies 2 by 3 times p is equals to, try to distribute 3 by 2 over bracket, we might get 3 by 2 minus 3 by 2 times p. Now collect all p variable towards left hand side of the given equation. So we are trying to shift minus of 3 by 2 times p from RHS to LHS. It must changes its sign from minus to plus and gives us 2 by 3 p plus 3 by 2 p is equals to, we have a 3 by 2. Now just by making cross multiplication over LHS, after all taking p common, we might get 2 2s are 4 plus 3 3s are 9 divided by 3 2s are 6, that is equals to 3 by 2. So we might have here 4 plus 9 becomes a 13 divided by 6 times p is equals to 3 by 2. Now for finding the p value, try to shift that 13 by 6 from LHS to RHS. So it might be your 6 as your numerator and 13 as your denominator. So here we have 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6. So we might get 3 3s are 9 divided by 13. So our p value becomes 9 divided by 13. And which is our choice code? A, as a 9 divided by 13. Now look at the next MCQ we are having. Given that x follows the binomial distribution of n comma p, if n is equals to 10 we have given and p equals to 0.4, then find the value of expected mean of x, that means e of x. Now everyone well known, we have the formula for finding expected mean of a random variable capital X, that is equals to n into p, where we have n value as a 10 and p value as a 0.4. So 0.4 into 10 we might get 4.0, which is nothing but 4. So expected mean of random variable capital X, we have a 4. That is our choice code D as a 4. Look at the next MCQ now. For random variable capital X follows binomial distribution n comma p, where we have given variance of random variable capital X is 2.4 and probability of success we have, that means small p, as in 0.4. Then find the value of n, means the number of trials. Now, as per the given, we have variance of a random variable capital X. We can write it as a n p q. So once we have here p value, so we can write that the q as a 1 minus p. So we might get n to be equals to, we have to find the value for n. Okay, so try to replace that the known values. We have v of x is equals to 2.4, that is equals to n into p value we have a 0.4 into 1 minus p value we have a 0.4. So we get 2.4 to be equals to n into 0.4 into 1 minus 0.4, we might get 0.6. That means 2.4 to be equals to n into 6 4s are 24. After 2 places we have a decimal, means we will get 0.24. Now for finding the n value, try to shift 0.24 from RHS to LHS. It is a multiplier, so on shifting it becomes a divisor. Divisor to whom? To 2.4. Now if we will multiply both numerator and denominator simultaneously by 100 to cancel out the decimal. We have after 2 places the decimal point. So try to multiply numerator and denominator by 100. We might get 240 divided by 24 to be equals to n. That should implies our n value becomes 24 ones are 24, 24 tens are we have a 240. So n value we might have 10. That should be our choice code A as a 10. Now look at the next MCQ we are having. X follows, that means a random variable capital X follows the binomial distribution of n equals to 10 comma p, where we have given e of x, that means expected mean of random variable capital X is 8, and we have to evaluate here value of p. P means probability of success. So for that we have the formula for finding expected mean of random variable capital X, which is given by n into p, where expected mean we have a 8, n value we have a 10, and we might get now the p value after all shifting 10 from RHS to LHS. It is a multiplier, on shifting it becomes a divisor. So therefore we have the p value becomes 8 divided by 10 gives us 0.8, and which is our choice code B. Look at the next MCQ now. The Bernoulli's distribution is a particular case of binomial distribution if n is equals to strictly 1. Keep in mind. Okay. Once we have the binomial distribution, x follows the binomial distribution of n comma p. So suppose to be n equals to 1 we have, then x follows the Bernoulli's distribution. So that means we will require for Bernoulli's distribution the n value becomes a 1, and that is our choice code D. Look at the next MCQ now. If x follows the binomial distribution of n comma p, where n is the number of trials, p be the probability of success, and we have given expected mean of random variable capital X becomes a 12 and variance of a random variable capital X is 4, then find the value of n. Now everyone well known at first. The formulation for expected mean of random variable, we have a n into p, and that value we have given a 12. Now we have variance of a random variable capital X, which is given by n into p into q. So we have here n into p as a 12, as well as variance becomes a 4. So 4 is equals to 12 into q. So we might get the value of q. After all, shifting 12 from RHS to LHS, it becomes a divisor to 4. And now everyone well known, 4 ones are 4, 4 threes are 12. Therefore, we have a q value becomes 1 by 3. And we have to evaluate here value of n. So for that, let us try to evaluate at first the p value. P becomes 1 minus q. Means we have 1 minus 1 by 3 becomes 3 minus 1 as the 2, 2 by 3. So we might get p value becomes a 2 by 3. Now for evaluating n, you might use the v of x formula or e of x formula. I will try to use that e of x. We have a n into p, where e of x we have a 12, n value we have to evaluate, and p value we have a 2 by 3. Now let us try to shift 2 by 3 from RHS to LHS. It gives us 12 into 3 divided by 2 is equals to n. So we have n value becomes 2 ones are 2, 2 6s are 12, and 6 3s are 18. So we have here n value becomes a 18. Now look at the next question. For Bernoulli's distribution, state the formula of e of x and v of x. So for firstly the binomial distribution, suppose a random variable x follows the binomial distribution of n comma p, we have expected mean of a random variable becomes n into p, and variance of a random variable becomes a npq. Now Bernoulli's distribution is the particular case of binomial distribution when we have a n value becomes a 1. Okay, so once the n value is 1, then expected mean of a random variable e of x, we have a 1 into p becomes a p, and while variance of a random variable capital X, we have a n into pq. Now n is 1, so 1 into p into q gives us p into q only for the Bernoulli's distribution. Now look at the next question we are having. If x follows the binomial distribution of n comma p, and we have given p of x, x is equals to a small x, we have a 8cx half to the power x into half to the power 3 minus x, then state the values of n and p. So now once x follows the binomial distribution of n comma p, then PMF of a random variable capital X is given by P of x is equals to x. We have a NCX p to the power x into q to the power n minus x. Now here on comparing with this formula, we have a n value as a 8. So we might get n equals to 8, while p value becomes p to the power x we are having, so p value becomes a half. So hence we have n equals to 8 and p equals to half. Now look at the next question. We are having state the formula for PMF of binomial distribution. So once x be the random variable that should follows the binomial distribution of n comma p, where n is the number of trials, p be the probability of success, then PMF of binomial distribution is given by P of x is equals to AR is equal to NCR into P to the power R into Q to the power N minus R. For all R is equals to, we have a 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on, where P is strictly greater than 0 and strictly less than that of 1. And while Q to be equals to, we have a 1 minus P, or you might be says P plus Q is equals to, we have a 1, where P be the probability of success, Q be the probability of failure, N be the total number of trials, R be the required number of successes. That's solved. Look at the next question now. A die is thrown if x denotes the number of positive divisors of the outcomes, then find the range of random variable x. Now a random variable x takes or denotes the number of positive divisors of the outcomes. So which are the outcomes when a die is thrown? Because our random experiment becomes a die is thrown. So which are the outcomes when die is thrown? We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So among them, which are the now positive divisors of those outcomes? So divisors of 1 should be a 1 itself. Divisor of 2 are 1 and 2. Divisor of 3 are 1 and 3. Divisors of 4 are 1, 2 and 4. Divisors of 5 are 1 and 5. Divisors of 6 are 1, 2, 3 and 6. So which are the possible values of random variable capital X? That are 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So those are the positive divisors of our outcomes, that are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now we will move forward for the next question. Question number 3, short answer questions. Each question arrive for 2 marks. A random variable capital X follows Bernoulli's binomial distribution of n comma p, the value of mean and variance of random variable capital X. So mean means we have a expected mean as a 18, and the variance becomes a 12 respectively. Then find the total number of positive values of X. Means we have to find here the total number of outcomes, means the small n value. So for that we have the formulation. Expected mean of a random variable is given by n into p, where we have e of x becomes a 18 and n and p are the unknown to us, so np value we have a 18. Now we have the formula for variance of a random variable capital X is given by n into p into q. I will write n into p in one bracket because we have a np value as an 18. V of x is equals to 12, np equals to 18. We might get the value of q. After all shifting 18, we have a 12 divided by 18 equals to q. Now everyone well known, 3 4s are 12 and 3 6s are we have a 18. Now 2 2s are 4 and 2 3s are we have a 6. So q value we have a 2 by 3. Now we have to evaluate the value of n. So for that we will require the value of p. So how could we evaluate p? So we have p to be equals to 1 minus q, means 1 minus 2 by 3. By using cross multiplication we might get 3 minus 2 as an 1 by 3. So as e of x is equals to, we have a n into p, where e of x value we have a 18, n as it is, p to be we have a 1 by 3. Now after all shifting 3, we might have the n value equals to 18 into 3. 18 3s are we have a 54. So n value equals to, we might get 54. Now look at the next question. Given that x follows the binomial distribution of n comma p, if e of x is equals to, we have a 6 and v of x is equals to, we have a 4.2, then find the value of n and p. So now we have e of x to be equals to n into p, where e of x value we have a 6. So we might have now np equals to 6. Now v of x is equals to n into p into q. Now we have a np value, so try to provide one bracket for the np. V of x is equals to, we have a 4.2, n into p we have a 6 into q. Now we will get the q value becomes 4.2 divided by 6. So that should implies 6 7s are 6 8s are 6 7s are we have a 4.2. So our answer becomes a 0.7. Now for evaluating the value of p, we might have p to be equals to 1 minus q. So 1 minus 0.7 gives us 0.3. That means p value we have a 0.3. So now as per the equation number 1, I will write from equation 1, means the expected mean of a random variable capital X, we might get the n value after replacing expected mean and p by their value, which we have as an 0.3. So as we will shift that 0.3 from RHS to LHS, it becomes a divisor to 6. We might get the n value becomes, now first of all try to cancel out the decimal, means multiply numerator and denominator by 10. Now everyone well known, 23s are we have a 60. So we have a n value becomes a 20, while p value becomes a 0.3. Look at the next question now. If we have given x follows the binomial distribution of n comma p. We have given n to be equals to 10, p to be equals to 0.4. Then find the expected mean of square of a random variable. Now for finding e of x square, we might have the formulation. First, e of x square we have for finding the e of x square, we have the formulation of variance of a random variable, which is given by e of x square minus e of x the whole square. So try to evaluate firstly the value of e of x. So now we have e of x to be equals to n into p, where n value we have a 10 and p value we have a 0.4. So 0.4 into 10 we might get the 4. Means we have a e of x to be equals to a 4. And now try to evaluate the value of v of x. So we have v of x to be equals to n into p into q, where q we might write in terms of the p as a 1 minus p. So n to be equals to we have a 10, p to be equals to 0.4 and 1 minus we have a p to be a 0.4. So we might get 10 into 0.4 as a 4, 1 minus 0.4 as a 0.6, 6 4s are 24. After one place we have a decimal. So v of x value we have a 2.4. Now as per the equation number 1, if we will replace v of x and e of x by their value, we might get 2.4 equals to e of x square minus e of x value we have a 4. So we might get here 4 square. So 2.4 is equals to e of x square minus 4 square as a 16. After all shifting the 16, we might have 2.4 plus 16 is equals to e of x square. That means now we have e of x square equals to 16 plus 2.4, we get 18.4. Look at the next question now. We have x follows the binomial distribution of 6 comma p, and we have 2 times p of x is equals to 3 is equal to p of x is equal to 2. Now once we will compare x follows the binomial distribution of n comma p, so that should implies our n value becomes a 6. So now we have the formulation 1 p of x is equals to r ncr p to the power r into q to the power n minus r. So as per the given data, 2 times p of x is equals to 3 is equals to p of x is equals to 2. Try to apply the formulation for PMF of a random variable capital X as per the binomial distribution. So we might get 2 times n value becomes a 6. So 6c3 p to the power 3 into q to the power 6 minus 3 becomes a 3. That is equals to n value we have a 6c2 p to the power 2 into q to the power 6 minus 2 becomes a 4. Now try to formulate that 6c3 and 6c2 and keep in mind p square and q cube from both side getting cancelled. So we might have 2 times 6 factorial divided by 6 minus 3 becomes 3 factorial into 3 factorial into 1 of the p will remain over LHS. Now 6c2 gives us 6 factorial divided by 6 minus 2 becomes 4 factorial into 2 factorial into 1 of the q will remain. Now try to convert 6 factorial in terms of 3 factorial. We might get 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 factorial divided by 3 factorial into 3 factorial becomes 3 into 2 into 1 into p as it is. Now try to convert this 6 factorial in terms of 4 factorial. We might get 6 into 5 into 4 factorial divided by 4 factorial into 2 factorial as a 2 into 1 into q as it is. Now 3 factorial getting cancelled, 2 getting cancelled, 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. So we might remain over LHS 5 twos are 10, 4s are 40p equals to we have 4 factorial getting cancelled, 2 ones are 2, 2 threes are 6. Now 5 threes are 15 times we have a q. Now try to convert that q in terms of p. And everyone well known 5 threes are 15 and 5 eights are 40. So we might get 8p equals to 3. Q is nothing but 1 minus p. Now try to distribute 3 over the bracket. We might have 8p to be equals to 3 ones are 3 minus 3 into p becomes a 3p. Now try to shift that 3p from RHS to LHS. We will get 3p plus 8p that is equals to 3. So 8p plus 3p becomes a 11p equals to 3. Now for finding the p value, try to shift that 11 from LHS to RHS. We might get the p value becomes 3 by 11 and that value we have to find here. Now look at the next question. Let the PMF of random variable be p of x is equals to, we have given p of x is equals to x 4cx into 5 by 9 to the power x into 4 by 9 to the power 4 minus x, where x can take the values 0, 1, 2 and 4. Then find the expected mean of random variable capital X as well as variance of capital X. Now let's try to compare the given PMF with the standard form of PMF of binomial distribution. Means we have p of x is equals to x is of the form ncx into p raised to x into q to the power n minus x. So now we have n value becomes a 4, p value becomes a 5 by 9 and ultimately the q value becomes we have 4 by 9. So now for evaluating e of x means the expected mean of random variable capital X, we have the formula n into p, where n equals to 4 and p equals to 5 by 9. So we might get 4 5s are 20 divided by 9. If you wanted to convert it is in terms of the decimal, then try to divide a 20 by 9. You might get 2.22. So expected mean of a random variable capital X, we have a 20 divided by 9 or in terms of decimal 2.22. Now for evaluating variance of random variable capital X, we have the formula NPQ, where n is equals to we have a 4, p equals to we have a 5 by 9 and q equals to we have a 4 by 9. So 5 4s are 20, 20 4s are we have a 80 and 9 9s are we have a 81. So we might get variance of a random variable capital X is 80 divided by 81. If you wanted to convert this rational in terms of decimal, try to divide 80 by 81. You might get 0.9876. So variance of a random variable capital X, we have a 80 divided by 81 or in terms of decimal 0.9876. Now we have the next question is of the form question number 4, short answer questions. Sub question first, we have a fair coin is tossed 5 times. Find the probability that coin shows exactly 3 times head, and secondly no head. So here x be a random variable that denotes the number of head when a coin is tossed 5 times. When a coin is tossed 5 times, means here x follows the binomial distribution of n comma p, where n equals to the number of trials, how many times the coin is tossed, 5 times, while p be the probability of success. So probability of getting ahead, so p means a probability of, I will write here, p of getting ahead when coin is tossed, we have a half, or you might write this in terms of the decimal as a 0.5. So what is the value of q? Q becomes a probability of failure, means 1 minus p, means 1 minus half becomes again a half. So we have here n value is 5, p value is half, and q value is again a half. Now as per the first sub question, we have to find p of x, x to be equals to coin shows exactly 3 times heads. That means p of x, x is equals to a 3. We have, as per the standard formula, p of x, x is equals to r n c r p to the power r into q to the power n minus r, where our n value becomes a 5, r value becomes a 3, p value becomes a half, r value is 3, q value is half, n minus r means 5 minus 3, we have a 2. Now try to evaluate it. We might have 5c3 value as an 5 factorial divided by 5 minus 3 becomes a 2 factorial into 3 factorial into half to the power 3 plus 2 becomes a 5. Now try to convert this 5 factorial in terms of 3 factorial. We might get 5 into 4 into 3 factorial divided by 2 factorial as a 2 into 1 into 3 factorial. Now half to the power 5, we have a 1 upon 32. Now 3 factorial getting cancelled. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are, we have a 4. 5 twos are, we will get 10 divided by 32. Now everyone well known, 2 fives are, we have a 10, and 16 twos are, we have a 32. So probability of getting exactly 3 head, we have a 5 divided by 16. Now the second sub question we have no head, means p of x, x to be equals to a 0. No head means we have a r value as a 0. Now try to be replace n and r as well as p and q by their value from our standard formula. We might get here 5c0 half to the power 0 into half to the power 5 minus 0 becomes a 5. Now 5c0 we have a 1 into anything to the power 0 is 1, half to the power 5 we have 1 upon 32. 1 into 1 into 1 upon 32 gives us 1 upon 32, means probability of getting no head, we have a 1 upon 32. Now look at the next sub question. We have the probability that a certain kind of component will survive a check test is 0.6. Find the probability that exactly 2 of the next 4 tested components survive. So here x be a random variable denotes the number of tested components survive. Now here x follows the binomial distribution of n comma p. Now here how many components will be tested? So 4 components will be tested, and probability of component will survive a check test is 0.6. Means we have a n value is 4 and p value is 0.6. We have to find exactly 2 components will survive among the 4 tested component. Means we have to find p of x is equals to a2. So first of all we have the formulation p of x is equals to r. We have NCR p to the power r into q to the power n minus r. So where q value becomes a1 minus p, that means 1 minus 0.6 gives us q value becomes a 0.4. Now try to replace all values which we have. R to be equals to a2, n to be equals to a4, r equals to 2, p value we have a 0.6 to the power 2 here, and q value we have a 0.4 to the power, n is 4, r is 2, 4 minus 2 becomes a 2. Now try to formulate that 4c2. We have a 4 factorial divided by 4 minus 2 as an 2 factorial into 2 factorial, while 0.6 square we have a 0.36, while 0.4 square we have a 0.16. Now try to convert 4 factorial in terms of 2 factorial. We might have 4 into 3 into 2 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 2 factorial as a 2 into 1 into, we will get 0.36 into 0.16 as a 0.0576 here. Now 2 factorial from numerator denominator getting cancelled. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are we have a 4, 3 twos are 6, 6 into 0.0576 we might get 0.6912. Means probability of getting exactly 2 tested components will be survive among 4. We have p of x is equals to 2 becomes 0.6912 here. Look at the next question now. We have find the probability of guessing correctly at least 9 out of 10 answers in a true-false objective test. Means x be a random variable which denotes the number of correct answers in objective test among how many questions we have? 10. Among 10. So x follows here binomial distribution of n comma p, where n equals to we have a 10 and p equals to we have a, so getting a true or false. So there are exactly 2 outcomes we have. So probability of success becomes a half and probability of failure becomes again a half. Okay. So we might have to find here at least 9 out of 10. That means probability of x is at least 9. That means minimum 9, maximum number of. So we have greater equal 9. Means p of x is exactly equals to 9, or p of x is exactly equals to the 10. And maximum 10 questions we have here. Okay. So we have the formula for P of x is equals to R is of the form NCR P to the power R into Q to the power N minus R. So probability of getting at least 9 to be the correct answers out of 10 questions. So now we have to replace P of x is equals to 9 and P of x is equals to 10 by our formula. Among them N equals to 10, P equals to half and Q equals to half again. So we might have 10C9 half to the power 9 into half to the power 10 minus 9 is 1 plus 10C10 half to the power we have a 10 and half to the power 10 minus 10 becomes a 0. So 10C9 gives us a 10 into half to the power 9 plus 1 becomes a 10 plus 10C10 gives us a 1 into half to the power 10 into half to the power 0 becomes a 1. So we might have 10 times half to the power 10, we have a 1000, 1 upon 1024 plus half to the power 10 we have 1 upon 1024. So now once a denominator is same, try to add up the numerator. 10 plus 1 is 11 divided by 1024. So probability of getting at least 9 correct answer among the 10 true false type objective question, we have a 11 divided by 1024. Look at the next question now. A fair coin is tossed 8 times. Find the probability that it shows heads first exactly 5 times and secondly at least once. So here our random variable x denotes getting a number of heads, actually number of heads when a coin is tossed how many times? 8 times. That means x follows here binomial distribution of n comma p, where we have n is equals to number of trials, that is 8. P be the probability of success. So P means our getting a head. Probability of getting a head, we have half. While Q be the probability of failure, means getting a tail, we have a again half. Now we are finding firstly P of x exactly 5 times a head, means P of x is equals to a 5. And secondly at least once, means P of x is greater equal 1, means we have to find minimum 1 times we have a head and maximum number of times heads will be appear when coin is tossed 8 times. So for finding P of x is equals to 5, first of all we have the formula P of x is equals to R NCR P to the power R into Q to the power N minus R. Now for finding P of x is equals to 5, we have a n value is 8, P value is half, Q value is half. So try to be replaced from our formula. We might get 8C5 half to the power 5 into Q value we have as an half again. So half to the power 8 minus 5 becomes a 3. Now for finding the formula for 8C5, we have 8 factorial divided by 8 minus 5 becomes a 3 factorial into 5 factorial into half to the power 5 plus 3 becomes a 8. Now try to convert this 8 factorial in terms of the 5 factorial. We might have 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 factorial divided by 3 factorial becomes 3 into 2 into 1 into 5 factorial into half to the power 8, we have 1 upon 256. So 2 ones are 2, 2 fours are we have a 8, 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are we have a 6, 5 factorial getting cancelled, 7 fours are 28, twos are we have a 56 divided by 256. After all simplifying, we have 7 divided by 32. So probability of getting exactly 5 head, we have 7 divided by 32. Now try to evaluate for at least once a head will appear. So for that we have to use the complement law. So P of x is greater equal 1, we might have 1 minus P of x is strictly less than that of 1, means we have P of x is equals to a 0. Now 1 minus P of x is equals to 0, we have 8c0 half to the power 0 into half to the power 8 minus 0 becomes 8, means we will get 1 minus 8c0 as an 1, and 1 into half to the power 0 is 1. 1 into 1 becomes 1, and 1 into 1 upon 2 to the power 8 becomes say 1 upon 256. Let's by doing cross multiplication we get 256 minus 1 divided by 256 becomes 255 divided by 256. So probability of getting at least one head, we have a 255 divided by 256. Now look at the next question. We might have the probability that a person who undergoes a kidney operation will be recovered is 0.5. Find the probability that out of 6 patients who undergo similar operation, first, none will recover. Second, half of them recovered. That means here x be a random variable that should denote number of persons whose kidney operation is recovered. Whose kidney operation is recovered. So here x follows the binomial distribution of n comma p, where how many operations should be done. So 6 patients who undergoes the similar operation, means we have a number of trials to be a 6. Now probability of kidney operation will be recovered to be a 0.5, means probability of success we have a 0.5. Now for finding probability of failure, we have a q to be equals to 1 minus p, means 1 minus 0.5 gives us 0.5. So q value we have a 0.5. Here we have to evaluate at first. None will recover means P of x is equals to a 0, and half of them recovered. So how many patients we have? 6. So among them half will be recovered means exactly 3 will be recovered. So for finding first P of x is equals to 0, we have the formula P of x is equals to R equals to NCR into P to the power R into Q to the power R. So for finding P of x is equals to 0, we have a R value becomes a 0 now. So try to replace the known values. We might get C60 into 0.5 to the power R means a 0, and Q to the power we have actually n minus R, not a R. Q value we have a 0.5, and now 6 minus 0 becomes a 6. So 6 is 0, we have a 1. Anything to the power 0 is 1. So we might get 0.5 to the power 6. So 0.5 to the power 6 means we have a half to the power 6, means we will get 1 upon 64. So probability of none of the patient will recovered his kidney operation, we have a 1 upon 64. Now probability of getting exactly half means a 3. Now we have R value becomes a 3. So we might get 6C3 into 0.5 to the power R means a 3. Q value we have a 0.5. N minus R means 6 minus 3, we have a 3 again. So 6C3 value we have a 6 factorial divided by 6 minus 3 as a 3 factorial into 3 factorial into 0.5 to the power we have 3 plus 3 becomes a 6. Now try to convert 6 factorial in terms of 3 factorial. We have a 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 factorial divided by 3 factorial into 3 factorial becomes 3 into 2 into 1 into we have 0.5 means a half to the power 6. So 3 factorial getting cancelled. 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, 2 ones are 2, 2 ones are 2. So we have 5 fours are 20 times half to the power 6 means we have a 20 divided by 64. After all simplifying we get 4 fives are 20 and 16 fours are 64. So probability of exactly half patient will be recovered out of 6. We have 5 divided by 16. So hence we have completed here our chapter number 8, binomial distribution, from the question bank provided by Maharashtra State Board due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you for visiting.